Hello, devoted fans of the heart-wrenching twists and eternal flames of passion that define our beloved days of our lives. It's us, your passionate crew at TV Days Drama Digest, the channel that's been your unwavering companion through every clandestine affair, every vengeful resurrection, and every soul-crushing betrayal in the fog-shrouded streets of Salem. Today, we gather not just to recap, but to dissect, to peel back the layers of deception and despair surrounding one of the most tragic figures to grace our screens in recent memory, Sophia Choi. Is her story truly over? Has the weight of her secrets finally crushed the fragile spirit of this once innocent teen, sending her spiraling into the abyss of Bayview Sanitarium? And in a bombshell that has left us reeling, does the abrupt departure of the extraordinarily talented Rachel Boyd signal the end of Sophia's reign of chaos and heartbreak? We've pored over every frame, every whispered confession, every tear-streaked close-up from the episodes that aired leading up to this seismic shift. Buckle up, Salemites, because we're diving deep into the maelstrom. This isn't just a discussion, it's a eulogy for a character whose fall from grace has been as swift and merciless as a DiMera vendetta. Let's unravel how this devastating tale unfolded, step by agonizing step. Hashtag the spark of innocence, Sophia's arrival in Salem's web of lies. To understand the depths of Sophia Choi's downfall, we must first rewind to the sun-dappled innocence of her introduction. It was April 23, 2024, a date etched in the annals of DOOL lore, when Madeline Keentz first brought Sophia to life as the wide-eyed best friend of Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis. Picture it, the Horton Town Square, alive with the chatter of oblivious teens, the scent of fresh-baked donuts wafting from the pub. Sophia, with her glossy dark hair cascading like a waterfall of unspoken dreams, strolled arm-in-arm with Holly, their laughter a fragile melody against the undercurrent of Salem's perpetual storm. They were heading to the Brady pub, that hallowed ground where generations of Hortons, Bradys, and Kiriakises have drowned their sorrows in coffee and conspiracy. There, fate, or perhaps the writer's room, intervened in the form of Tate Black, Leo Howard, the brooding bad boy turned reluctant waiter, his sleeves rolled up to reveal tattooed forearms that hinted at a wilder past. Holly, ever the picture of restrained longing, denied any lingering sparks for her ex, but Sophia? Oh, Sophia saw the fire. With a mischievous glint in her eye and a voice like velvet-wrapped steel, she coaxed Tate into escorting her to prom. It was meant to be harmless, a teen rite of passage amid the chaos of Salem High. But in a town where harmless is as rare as a peaceful DiMera family dinner, it was the spark that ignited an inferno. Sophia wasn't just a sidekick, she was a mirror to Holly's hidden desires, a catalyst for the jealousy that would soon fester like an untreated wound. As the episodes unfolded, we watched her evolve from bubbly confidant to calculating enchantress. She comforted Tate in his moments of vulnerability, her touch lingering just a beat too long, her words weaving a spell of false solace. And then, the unthinkable, a night of passion that left Sophia pregnant, her body a battlefield for the child she both cherished and feared. Tate, honorable to a fault, offered to stand by her, even suggesting an abortion to spare her the scandal. But Sophia's resolve hardened like clay in a kiln. This baby, her baby, became her anchor, her weapon, her undoing. Enter Amy Choi, Sherna Nielsen, Sophia's iron-fisted mother, a woman whose love was as suffocating as a Salem fog. Amy, with her perfectly coiffed hair and eyes that could freeze lava, discovered the pregnancy and decreed a shotgun wedding. Tate and Sophia, bound not by love but by duty, were to raise the child in wedded bliss, or at least the illusion of it. Viewers gasped as Amy's grip tightened, her whispers of tradition clashing against Sophia's silent screams of rebellion. It was here, in these early arcs, that Sophia's fragility peeked through the cracks, a girl trapped between filial piety and feral independence, her belly swelling with secrets as heavy as the Kiriaki's fortune. Hashtag the recast that rocked Salem. Rachel Boyd steps into the storm. Fast forward to the crisp chill of January 2025, and the day's universe delivered its first gut punch, a recast that felt less like a refresh and more like a resurrection. Madeline Keynes, whose portrayal had captured Sophia's wide-eyed terror with heartbreaking authenticity, bid farewell in her final episode on January 27th. Enter Rachel Boyd, stepping onto the canvas on February 12th with the poise of a phoenix rising from DOOL's ever-burning ashes. Boyd, no stranger to the screen with credits in the bold and the beautiful-esque dramas like The Bold Type and Grand Army, had actually auditioned for Sophia 9 months prior. Fate, that capricious Salem sprite, had denied her then, only to thrust her into the role when Keynes departed for reasons shrouded in the usual contract confidentiality. Boyd's debut was electric, a seamless splice that made us forget the transition in an instant. Her Sophia was sharper, more shadowed, eyes that darted like cornered prey, a smile that masked the storm within. "The people here are some of the kindest I've met," Boyd gushed in a young Hollywood interview, her enthusiasm belying the darkness she channeled on set. "The storylines are heightened, but that's what makes it fun to play." Fun? Perhaps for the actress. For Sophia, it was a descent into hell. Under Boyd's stewardship, the pregnancy plot exploded into a labyrinth of love triangles and lacerating betrayals. Co-executive producer Janet Drucker teased in a TV Insider preview that 2025 would brew love triangles between Leo, Howard as Tate, Sophia, and Holly, with Holly's affections veering toward the enigmatic Doug Williams III. Peyton Meyer. Sophia, ever the interloper, wove herself deeper into the tangle. She blackmailed Holly into covering her shifts at the bistro, pocketing the cash to fund her escape fantasies. She seduced Tate at the Horton cabin, her whispers a siren's call interrupted only by Holly's untimely arrival, a scene so charged with adolescent fury that Twitter, or X, as the elites call it, lit up with memes of shattered glass and splintered hearts. But the drama didn't stop at teen angst. Sophia's web ensnared the elder statesman of Salem. She spiked Holly's drink during a dorm blackout party on September 25th, plunging the town into chaos as Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, collapsed from a health scare tied to long-buried Queen of the Night memories. Sophia's schemes against Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, and Chanel Dupree, Raven Bowens, were diabolical, leaked nudes of Holly as leverage, sabotaged adoption meetings that left prospective parents fleeing in horror. Sophia wants to ensure Johnny and Chanel's plans fail, Koima spoilers warned, capturing the venom that had replaced her vulnerability. Hashtag the breaking point, labor, lies, and the safe haven surrender. June 20th, 2025, graduation day, a milestone stained with sweat and screams. Sophia, her prom dress long discarded for a hospital gown, went into labor amid the caps and gowns, a premature arrival that mirrored her life's hasty unraveling. "This baby has already ruined my entire senior year," she wailed to Sarah Horton, Lindsay Godfrey, her voice cracking like thunder over the Willamette. Amy hovered like a specter, her worries a litany of cultural shame and unspoken regrets. Marlena, ever the beacon, assured her Sophia's in good hands. But whose hands? Not Tate's, who was entangled with Rachel Black's therapy sessions. Not Holly's, whose jealousy festered into outright war. The birth of Tesoro, named for a glittering jewel in a sea of thorns, was a crescendo of agony. Sophia, alone in her delirium, delivered the boy in secrecy, her cries echoing through the sterile halls of University Hospital. But whispers of doubt crept in. Sarah, piecing together ultrasound glimpses of a baby boy, confronted Sophia on October 8th. "Patient confidentiality doesn't apply if I suspect you've done something to your child." Sophia's facade crumbled. A secret DNA test, orchestrated by the suspicious Brady Black, Eric Martzolf, revealed the shattering truth. Tate was not the father. The results mean Tate is not Tesoro's father, Sophia confessed, her words a dagger to her own heart. Who was? The mystery hung like a noose, fueling speculation of a one-night stand or a deeper deception tied to Aaron Green's lacrosse camp alibi. Desperation clawed at Sophia. On July 2nd, in a gut-wrenching sequence that had us ugly crying into our popcorn, she staggered to the fire station, water breaking in a puddle of regret. Javi Hernandez, Al Calderon, the compassionate firefighter EMT, discovered the infant in the safe haven box, an anonymous drop-off box for desperate mothers. Sophia fled into the night, backpack slung over her shoulder, a teddy bear clutched like a talisman against the encroaching dark. "I can't take this anymore," she would later scream, her breakdown a symphony of self-loathing as she pounded her fists against her temples. Hashtag caught in the crossfire. The pub confrontation that shattered everything. October 20th, 2025, the Brady pub, that bastion of boozy confessions, became the stage for Sophia's unmasking. Tate, Holly, Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols. Brady and Amy burst through the doors like avenging angels, only to find Sophia huddled in a corner, rocking the teddy bear as if it were her lost child. The air thickened with accusations, Holly's venomous glares, Tate's bewildered hurt, Amy's heartbroken sobs. "You gave birth alone?" Amy gasped, rushing to cradle the phantom grandchild, her hands trembling with the ghost of maternal failure. Sophia snapped. "I can't take it. I can't take it." Her collapse into Brady's arms was visceral, a raw unraveling that peeled back the villain to reveal the victim beneath. In the aftermath, as paramedics swarmed, Sarah arrived, her doctor's coat a shield against the emotional shrapnel. She pulled Marlena aside for a hushed consultation, the elder Evan's face etching with concern. Sophia's test results. She had a complete mental breakdown, Sophia had confided earlier to Sarah, her voice a fractured whisper. "I need help. Inpatient. Bayview. Bayview Sanitarium, that foreboding fortress on the outskirts of Salem, where broken minds mend or shatter anew. It's the DOOL equivalent of exile, Abe Carver's ghostly returns, Marlena's demonic possessions, countless Hortons emerging wiser or wilder. For Sophia, it loomed as both sanctuary and sentence. Hashtag behind the scenes, Rachel Boyd's poignant farewell. And now, the exit that cuts deepest. Rachel Boyd's departure in July 2025. Sources whisper of contract disputes amid the storyline's fever pitch, the baby switch exposed, Sophia's mistakes laid bare like entrails on an autopsy table. Boyd's final scenes, airing in the blistering heat of summer, captured a Sophia unmoored, fleeing the pub, evading Steve and Brady's frantic search, only to be cornered in a rain-lashed alley. Her time on days is winding down, Soap Dirt speculated, tying her exit to the baby's adoption arc. Amy, too, fades post-birth, her role as the disapproving matriarch exhausted. Boyd, in rare interviews, hinted at the toll. Portraying Sophia's descent was exhilarating, but exhausting, she shared on Instagram, her feed now a mosaic of behind-the-scenes candids, tearful hugs with Leo Howard, script pages annotated in red ink. Fans flooded X with tributes, hashtag Save Sophia trending alongside hashtag Rachel Boyd Forever. She made us hate her, love her, pity her all in one breath, one devotee posted. But in Salem, endings are illusions. Will Sophia return reformed from Bayview's clutches? Or is this Boyd's curtain call, a pivot to greener pastures like her film roles in Boot Camp and He's Not Worth Dying For? Hashtag echoes in the fog. What Bayview means for Sophia's legacy. Bayview isn't just a plot device, it's a mirror to today's soul. We've seen it swallow Sammy Brady's rage, resurrect Orpheus's vendettas, cradle the fractured psyches of those Salem devours. For Sophia, commitment there signals not defeat, but a desperate bid for rebirth. Her breakdown, triggered by the DNA bombshell, the safe haven abandonment, the cacophony of judgment, was no mere tantrum. It was the culmination of a teen life's pressures, cultural expectations from Amy, romantic rejection from Tate, the venomous rivalry with Holly. Sophia will be the latest to have a mental breakdown, TV fanatic forecasted, decrying yet another Bayview detour. But in its drama lies truth. Mental health in the glare of scandal is no soap trope, it's a clarion call. As of this writing, October 22nd, Sophia's fate dangles in narrative limbo. Will Chanel and Johnny secure Tesoro's adoption, their dreams blooming from her ashes? Will Tate unearth the true paternity, unraveling more lies? And Amy, does she crumble under the weight of her daughter's exile, or emerge as an unlikely ally? ############################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################################### power is yours. Is baby Sophia's true end a merciful fade to white coats and therapy sessions? Or does DOOL history whisper of comebacks more miraculous than Stefano's ninth resurrection? Flood our comments. Team redemption or team exit stage left? Has Rachel Boyd's Sophia eclipsed Keence's innocence with her tragic depth? Share your theories, your tears, your rage. In Salem, nothing dies forever, but oh, how it hurts while it lives. This is TV Days Drama Digest, signing off with hearts heavy but hopes flickering. Until next twist, keep watching the shadows. Sophia's story may be paused, but Salem never sleeps. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.